Hey Marcus and Starkiller, welcome to the stream. Got a little bit of a change up today. A little bit, anyways. Okay. So previously, I had kind of talked about maybe not continuing with the card binder from the other channel. I've done a little bit more thinking on it and have thought better of that decision. So I am scrapping that series, but I'm not scrapping the progress. But I am revamping it. So previously I was doing a video series with this binder where I was trying to fill it in as much as possible. You know, we got basic cards, we got EX cards, there were illustration rares, secret illustration rares, all that. And I assigned it a point system based on, okay, if it was basic, it was a 1 point. If it was a SIR, hopefully that didn't just kill my video. Let me check here. Video seems to still be going, so that's good. Alright. Discontinuing the point system. So, what that means is I am going to be turning this binder into just a generic Pokedex with EX cards where applicable and basic cards where not. EX cards are only going to be like final evolutions, so makes it a little bit easier to complete. That being said, I will have another binder series that I'm going to be starting that is only full art cards. Illustration rares, secret rares, all that. So, no point system, just this is a full art card. It's getting slid into the binder. Which part did you say was quiet, Starkiller? Do I need to up my mic? Is that better, hopefully? Better? Good, good. Okay. So, for the next little part of this stream, oh yeah, definitely lots of money. Lots of money. Not a lot of return either, unfortunately. So, I have been periodically asked by a number of people to do a showcase of the cards that I have for my collection on the channel and whatnot. So I figured, since the kids are staying at their grandparents' house, I am going to do that video now at the same time as setting up the channel for this continued series, because I'm going to pull every full art card that I have and put the best one into the new binder set. So this is going to be a good amount of time spent showcasing cards so that when people ask, I can just be like, hey, here's this video, go watch this. It has every single one of my cards that's a hit of some kind all in one place. So I'm thinking that's going to be a much better solution. Well, let's start with the binder and the other binder, and then we'll move into all of the singles that I haven't done anything with. All right. So hopefully I can do this some justice, but we got this epic for internet no more. Why does my internet keep disconnecting? I'm like hardwired in. It shouldn't be disconnecting ever. Says I'm still live. So I'm going to ignore it. This is the weirdest freaking thing ever. Very annoying. So we'll just do a little bit of back and forth action. We got an Arbok EX. Nothing too crazy on that page. A Alolan Vulpix V-Star. Nothing too crazy on those two pages. Got a Golem EX and an Alakazam EX for this section. We got a Gengar EX for this section. Nothing crazy over here. There was a Tangela full art here that we will see later. We got a Gyarados EX and a Lapras EX there. Nothing epic on these pages, although I did have a really cool Articuno SIR there that I ended up selling because it was like a lot of money. And then I have a Mewtwo that we'll see later and a Mew that we'll see later. Nothing crazy on these pages, but this one was the illustration contest for Alligator. Nothing on that page. It's actually probably one of my emptiest pages. Nothing crazy here. Nothing crazy here. We do have an SIR you'll see later for this one, for this Delibird. We have a Smeargle SIR for this page that you'll see later. We have a Lugia that you'll see later and a Ho-Oh that you'll see later. Got Blaziken. Nothing else crazy here. I do believe we had like a cool Nuzleaf at one point that I think I might have sold. Nothing super crazy here, although you will see some Gardevoir cards later on that should be here. Nothing here, but we do got some Manectric EXs and some Mawile EXs to put in there. We got a cool SIR Wailord you'll see later, and some Camerupt EXs. Nothing else awesome there. We got a cool Solrock SIR you'll see later on. And I think I might have a Baltoy somewhere floating around. Got an Absol EX. Oh, and I didn't mention it earlier, but I do have a Wobbuffet you'll see later. We kind of passed over that one though. I got a cool Salamence SIR we'll see later. Nothing else really there. Some Latios and Latios, we got some of those. Nothing for Gen 4 over here. Got a Rampardos EX we'll show later. I have a really cool SIR for Vespiquen we'll see later. Got a Lucario EX. I think I have a Garchomp SIR somewhere, along with the Spiritomb. Got a Toxicroak. Nothing else on that page. Got some Glaceon EX cards though. Nothing for these guys. that page is completely empty. Most of my Gen 5 we'll see is empty. Which does make this a little bit easier to showcase the cards, actually. Got a Crustal SIR we'll see later. Got Zorua and Zoroark SIRs we'll see later, along with the Maractus. We got a Joltik SIR we'll see later. Don't think we have anything else there. I got a cool Frogadier SIR recently that we'll see in a little bit. I think that's it on that page. Volcanion EX. That's about it there. I think I got a Vikavolt SIR somewhere, and a Crabominal EX. Serena EX. Got a Toxtricity EX. Alchemy EX. Got a cool Zarude SIR, or I guess just an SR probably. Palma EX. I got a Spidops SIR we'll see later. Squawkabilly EX. We got a Killer Wattrel SIR, or Illustration Rare. Bombardier EX. Clodsire EX, got a few of them. I don't think I have anything else super stellar. Got a Sandy Shocked EX. And then I got some Co-Rhydon and Mir-Rhydon. Iron Bundle SIRs. And I think that's pretty much it for this binder. So nothing super crazy there. Let's move on to the next one. And maybe eventually I'll figure out why my internet is hating me so much. I might just have to restart this stream after the fact. All right, this is my Prismatic Evolutions Master Set progress. So you won't see anything super crazy coming out of this, but got some Pokeball Cottony, Pokeball Applin, some EX cards for Flareon, and Hydrapple and Ogerpon. Got a Master Ball and a Pokeball Slowking, respectively. Of course, this one's the super expensive one. Life goal, get this complete. Got some EX for Ogerpon, Master Ball Glaceon, some Pikachu and Jolteon Iron Hands EX. We got a Dusclops Pokeball. Got a Sylveon EX. Got a Groudon Pokeball. Sandy Shocks EX again. Umbreon EX. Got a Pokeball Heatran. Master Ball Dreepy. Dragapult EX. Dunsparce Master Ball. Got a Dun Sparse Pokeball and a Lugia EX. We got a Lopunny and a Baniri Pokeball form. Got a Hawlucha Pokeball, a Furfrou Pokeball, Terapagos EX, and then we got some Pokeball Mochi Area Zero Depths, Black Belt Training, got 2 of them, Briar, Carmine. We got the Festival Grounds, Glass Trumpet, Janine's Secret Art. We have an SIR of her as well. We got a Pokeball Rescue Board, a Pokeball Roto Stick, and 3 of the reprints here. Alright. Moving on, I will eventually get to comments. I am kind of ignoring them intentionally right now, so I do apologize for that. But I will eventually get to them. Just now. Alright, we're going to bring this down a little bit. More like a lot of bit. Right about there. Okay, that should be a little bit better. Easy. Colossus, easy. Okay, so these are going to be some of my EX cards as well as full art trainers and things like that. So we got a Zoroark EX, Reshiram EX, Charizard EX. That's not working super great, is it? That should do us a little bit better. Mega Camerupt EX, Volcanion EX, another one, Mega Venus EX, Venusaur EX, Rabsca EX, Arboliva EX, Amoonguss EX, Durant EX, Satitan Mega Abomasnow EX, Vaporeon EX, Mega Manectric EX, Iron Hands EX, Revervroom EX, Jolteon EX, Bellibolt EX, Flamigo EX, Mega Kangaskhan EX, Dun Sparse EX, the Snorlax EX, Alchemy EX, Mega Gardevoir EX, Sylveon EX, Alakazam EX, Cynthia's Garchomp, I'm tired of saying EX, Mega Lucario, Regirock, Mamoswine, Mega Latias, Clodsire, Gerunt, Mega Absol, Team Rocket's Crobat, Mega Mawile, Zacian, another Zacian, just a different kind, Stevens Metagross, a Mela, and a Grand Tree, and a Poppy. Okay. Told you at the beginning of the video, it's going to take a minute to get through all these. Okay. Some other ones we have is a Crispin, Professor Turo's Scenario, Friends in Paldea, another Mela, and Time. Alright, some much older ones that I've had before, really before I was doing YouTube, but some of them going back to the Fusion Strikes Day back in 2022. We got Shane V, Gengar V, Ninja V. This is a Rude from the ETB I opened. Got Mega Chandelier we just got. Mega Excadrill we just got. Wailord we just got. Rampart we got. We got a Lurantis and a Crocodile the other day. Greedent V Max. Chandelier V, Crabominable V, Serena V, Cinderace V, Appleton V, Tyranitar V, Necrozma, Ray, Morpeko, Single Strike Urshifu, Dodrio, Breloom, Boltund, Whimsicott V-Star. We got a Ruffian, a really shiny Wallace, a sparkly Charmander, Chili, Cillian, and Cress, Mewtwo, and Binacle from the blister pack. I don't know why those ones are in there, but there they are. Alright, moving into some more of the more SIR type stuff. We have the metal plated, or I guess the metal Mew EX card from the UPC. We got a Rampardos EX, Mega Gardevoir EX, Mega Venusaur EX, an Alchemy, Vaporeon, another Zarude from the other ETB, which Starkiller bought another card for, so he no longer needs that one. We got a Peacherunt, Toucannon, which we just got, King Gambit, Koraidon, Iron Bundle, Screamtail, Miraidon, Wailord, Rayquaza VMAX, Vespiquen, Salamence, Smeargle, Solrock, Kilowattrel, Ho-Oh-V, Garganacl, Maroctus, Clauncher, Braixen, Enz Zoroark, another Mamoswine, Crustle, Spidops, Mega Floette EX, which we just got, Frogadier we just got, more Peko we just got, Snover, Exeggutor, Spearow, Helioptile, Riolu, Clawitzer, Spiritomb, Houndstone, Shrudo, Mega Latias, Regidrago, Regieleki, Eevee VMAX, Greedent, Rillaboom, Inteleon, Chandelure, Stoutland, Crabominable, and Sandaconda. I have to put these back in order. Alright, after I finish this one, I'll go grab the next set of cards, which will be kind of a continuation of this, but a different stack. So these are cards that I need to send off to have graded. Let's adjust that. We got Janine's Secret Art, Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, a Mew EX, also from that UPC, I believe. Got a Miraidon, Iono's Kilowattrel, Team Rocket's Raticate, Erica's Invitation, Larry's Skill, Salamence EX, Eevee from the ETB for Prismatic, I believe, Shroodle, Maractus, Snover, Mamoswine EX, Brock's Scouting, Switch, Gita, Colress's Tenacity, and another Mela card. Now, some of those aren't worth the most, so they are lower down on the priority, but I kind of like the idea of getting some PSA 10 trainers, as well as some of these cards. Like this Wobbuffet is just because of the meme that I have with my wife with Wobbuffet. This one is because it's actually worth something decent. But these ones are like lower down priorities. The top priorities to send for grading is Mewtwo, Charizard EX, Joltik, Tangela, Alakazam EX, Snorlax, Enz Zorua, Swinub, Lycanroc, and Noibat, and Hops Zacian. And those are again from least to most valuable to get graded in that order. Still currently deciding whether I want to do PSA or tag. I know PSA's got like the holy grail of pricing right now, but it also comes at a steeper price. I heard that there is some like volatility in those numbers, so we'll see what we got there. But that is officially all of my cards that have some semblance of value to them, degree of coolness, and everything of that nature. So we have my binder, my prismatic master set I'm working on, and then just all my SIRs. Eventually, for the sake of this channel, we will be going into 3 binders. We got 1st gen, 2nd gen, 3rd gen, 4th, 5th, and 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And all 3 of these will combine together to make a SIR illustration rare, just secret rare and full art combination of a Pokedex eventually. So that's what we have working on with this. Colossus, you are looking for the Smeargle and Gary's Vaporeon. Possibly. Could see about selling them. I'd have to get some pricing on them and see where that's at. I know I uploaded all of these into Holodecks just for the rough estimate. But before I actually go track those down, something that I am doing on the channel now is these are some duplicates I've had over the years. So these are duplicates. They currently collectively have a estimated value at like 23 bucks. And this pile will continue to grow as I get duplicates and things of the sort. Like, not all duplicates are going to make it into this pile, but a good number of the duplicates will. Like, if I get 3, one's definitely making it in here. If I get a duplicate and it's like $100 card, probably not going to make it in here. But you know, any EXs and trainer cards that I get that are duplicates will end up in here. Any duplicates of the duplicates will not, but this pile will continue to grow. My plan and promise is that when I reach 1,000 subscriber, this will be considered a pot and will be given away to a random subscriber at that point in time. So what I would recommend doing is subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have visibility turned on so that people can see which channels you're subscribed to. That will allow you to actually pop up my subscribers list that I can see. At the end of it all, when I get 1,000 subscribers, I will put everybody's name that I can see into a pool that I can then draw a name from and get this pot over to them. So like and comment on this video, subscribe to the channel so you can be entered in to win, and then hit me up on Discord. There will be a Discord link in the description below this video. On the live streams, it's always there as well. If you join the Discord, it'll make it super easy to chat you and say, hey, you've won this. So I'm hopeful that somebody can get a hold of this. When I do select the winner, I will do an @tag for YouTube to say, hey, this is who won. I will do it in a video as well, saying, hey, you've won. Comment below so that we can get you taken care of. Let's move this over to Discord so I can get an address to send this to. But that's the plan, that this giant list of cards will eventually be given to somebody when I get 1,000 subscribers. So that is something that I'm hoping to do. But the short, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and we can get you in for that. That being said, let's move into the actual stream. All right, I got some comments to catch up on. Starkiller is lurking, finishing a game. Welcome, Marcus. Welcome, Bruno. You think SIRs are going to be the IRs? Yeah, basically. I don't know what Storm Emeralda is. I do not have any base set first editions. You use 2 cameras and stream in one video with 2 frames. Hey, Dr. Snepper with a $5 super chat. How you doing, Dr. Snepper? We just spent the last 30 minutes going over my card collection. It's been great. Yeah, I just have 2 video sources in OBS because I'm not streaming from my phone, I'm streaming from my computer, so I have the program running, and I just put a camera source for my face and a camera source for my overhead camera. And that's how I've been doing that. Oh yeah, I was supposed to look up Vaporeon. Oh, fun fact, that card collection is estimated at about $1,200 in value. So 23 bucks is the Vaporeon, roughly. And then 533 is roughly the Smeargle, so we're somewhere in between 25 and 30 bucks there, Colossus. How the heck have you been, Dr. Snepper? Life's been rough. I'm so sorry to hear that. Glioblastoma. What exactly is glioblastoma? Like, evidently by the continuation of that sentence, it's life-threatening. 3 to 6 months to live. I am so sorry to hear that, man. Wow. I am so sorry, Dr. Snepper. That is... I can't even imagine what that would be like to deal with. You got a support group around you, hopefully. People that you can talk to relatively close by. You're finding happiness where you can. Glad to hear that there's some support available for you there, Dr. Snepper. That's super key. Yeah, I mean, I'm with Dr. Snepper there. Like, it's good to be positive and have positive vibes and energy and all that, but there is a point and a time and a place where it's healthier to accept the reality of the situation and just make the most of it while you got it. Are you getting ready to clock into work, Dr. Snepper, or are you off for today? Speaking of living life to the fullest and making memories, Dr. Snepper, hopefully, does your mom have like an insane bucket list that she's going to be trying to get accomplished? Like, I know they over dramatize it in movies and things like that, but I think it's like, what, Queen Latifah that has a movie where she was told that she has a disease that's going to take her life, and she goes off on an amazing trip and does all these things on a bucket list to cross them off. You got that promoted to supervisor last month. You have Thursday to Saturday. Nice. That's some good vibe. That's some good awesome stuff. Kit Fox, welcome. How you doing? Went to Disney in March. That's a good time. Good time. How you been, Kit Fox? Last holiday, you know what? That makes sense. Oh, gotcha, Dr. Snapper.
So kind of past that point, it sounds like. I am going to go grab a beverage or two. I will be still playing, but right back. I am pretty sure these are the reason why my side is hurting right now. Am I going to stop? No. I'm just going to make myself drink a thing full of water first. Oh, you know what, Dr. Snapper? Like, I never even processed that you lived away from your family. I know you typically are residing in Arizona, if I remember right, and you frequently go out to conventions. I want to say they were in Illinois. Do I have that remembered right? Um, but where do you get to fly out to? Kit Fox currently playing Brilliant Diamond. That's a bop. Are you shiny hunting there, Kit Fox? Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Okay. Is that in Indiana? Am I being stupid? Oh, your mom's in Des Moines. Okay. Just digging in the underground. I got like 63 viewers again. Heck yeah. Even with the stream killing, like I feel like we're in that. Marcus, do you remember that time last year? I think I was talking about this on the last stream, but I don't know if you were still here. Remember when I had like 80 viewers and nobody was chatting? And we kind of deduced that they had fallen asleep doom scrolling and they just kept getting kicked to the next live stream available. Yeah, I think that we might be having that happening again. So Sludge Bomb has 6 viewers. Brasscoin has 60. I don't know what is up with that, but that is super funny. Wait, did we hit that many likes? Almost, almost. Let me just switch over there onto the Brasscoin channel and get us a new pin. There we go. Yeah, I think I might have to there, Dr. Snapper. Because right now I am kind of still posting on both channels. Like, that showcasing of my card binder is going to go onto the Sludge Bomb trainer for sure. Um, and all of those full art cards are gonna go into those binders, so that'll be cool. And then I think I'm gonna begin ripping some packs again. I wonder what the chances are if I like just cut the sludge bomb, or sorry, if I did the brass coin channel and just cut that. I wonder if it would push them all to this channel. Because like I know a lot of people scroll through and my channel is right on top of each other. But like I'm also not upset with getting view time on the main channel, because if you don't get view time there, it gets demonetized, so we don't want that. I've got 75 now on your end. Solid. Full disclosure, last stream I ended at like 3 in the morning and just left it there until 7 and farmed view time. It was great. Everybody was still there when I woke up. It was the funniest thing. For some reason though, it only gave me like 100 and some odd hours of view time. What was it? What the heck? Yeah, it was that one. Lame, it's not showing me right now anymore. Showed me the other day. Maybe make one last long form video and a short on Brasscoin and announce live streams are all going to be on Sludgebomb Trainer. I probably could do that. It would make sense to do that way. I think the only thing stopping me from doing it is this channel isn't quite monetized and I do want to be a switch off. Like, realistically speaking, that channel will still exist. I would just rather use it as a everything catch-all channel, just a Brasscoin plays type thing, and then keep this one Pokemon related. I do got a question though, Marcus. Where did that comment come from about the Reese's? I read through the chat and I'm not seeing a connection to anything. Hmm. Yeah, it's only showing me the watch time after the stream went live nowadays. It was on your clipboard of quotes you guys said, and there was one that you said, "Reasons for why." Oh, yes. Top 10 baby Pokemon ever. Isn't there only like 12 of those? I mean, starting off right off the bat, I have to go with Togepi because Togepi walked so the rest of the baby Pokemon could run. So let's get that clear. Next to that, I would say why not? Because why not? Um, then I would say Munchlax because Munchlax is dope. And then coming in at number 4, I would have to say Toxel. And then if we need a number 5, I'm probably gonna have to go with our boy Pichu. Whoa, 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 whoa. I could maybe swap out Pichu for Riolu. But half of those Pokemon don't technically count as baby Pokemon versus first stage evolutions. Like, there is actual category of Pokemon called baby Pokemon. They result from giving Pokemon incense and then breeding them. Special mention is Gligar. Like, when we talk about baby Pokemon, what we're talking about is Togepi, Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, Wynot, Munchlax, Happiny, Riolu technically counts. Azurill, that is the one that I missed out of order, and Toxapex. Sorry, Toxel. Tox something. Toxel. And Phione. Dr. Snapper with the win there, because that is also a baby legendary Pokemon. Or mythical. Mythical or legendary? Is Phione mythical or legendary? Because Manaphy is mythical. But I don't even think Manaphy's technically a baby Pokemon. Mew is a mythical. Like 100% mythical. Phione is a mythical. Bet. Old No Soul, you are absolutely right. Mythical typically has to be done via mystery gift. With the exception of Celebi and Manaphy, it is mystery gift exclusive. You know what, Colossus? That is a great question. Whether or not Arceus is a legendary mythical, I'm fairly certain it's a mythical. When they did the virtual console for Crystal on the 3DS, they made it so that you could get a Celebi by beating the game and completing the Pokedex and all that. So like they technically took away the need for it, but they really just gave you the event for completing the game, if that makes sense. Kind of like how you can now get Arceus in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl if you've beaten Legends Arceus. That's permanently obtainable. And then they gave you Mew and Jirachi permanently on BDSP for every playthrough, but Jirachi you could get through a disc for the GameCube as well as Celebi, which they are still event Pokemon, is the better way of saying it. Not just mystery gift, but there is a special event that must be done to get them. Can't be obtained in a normal playthrough without a remake status. Love the nickname. Colossus. Colosseum in Japan actually had a bonus disc for Celebi. Fun fact. Yeah, yeah, old no soul. This is the Switch version of Leaf Green. Bye, Dr. Snepper. Oh, that was unfortunate. I had my first finger cut off in the frame. Peace out, Dr. Snepper. I'm not flipping you off. We will tell By Swayze you said hello the next time I see By Swayze. We're getting back into the habit of streaming slowly but surely. The peace out sign in America is different in the UK. Not surprised. How am I soft resetting without the home menu? That is a good question. And one that I think should still be able to be done in Sword and Shield, but maybe they took it out because it's a Switch game. But it is XYAB, press all those at the same time. You know what? We have not resurrected Shark Lord recently. I think they're like a manager at their grocery chain that they were working at. The wild Dr. Stepper fled. So yeah, it's just those four buttons at the same time. Do I know? I don't know the sign because like in my middle school knowledge, at one point this is information that I would have had at the top of my brain. But that has been many, many years ago. Is it easily? No, like it is pretty difficult to accidentally soft reset. Like I have soft resetted on accident before, but it's more of like autopilot. Like I was intentionally doing it, not realizing I was doing it. If that makes sense. Like I was very much aware that I was pressing all four of those buttons, but I wasn't intending to soft reset at that time. I'm from the 90s. Um, I guess that depends on how you classify origin, but I would probably say early 90s. Yeah, before 95. It's like I was born before 95, but like my memories start after 95. last decade of the 20th century, yeah, we will get to see a lot, that's for sure. Pending we don't destroy ourselves first. Oh yeah, like it's inevitable at this time. Like it's more inevitable than Thanos Colossus, but it's just a matter of when. Oh, I need to start doing some videos. I'm losing watch time. That's no good. Yikes. I don't know. Maybe Colossus. You know, I feel like I've watched the movie The Twilight Zone, but I definitely couldn't give you a synopsis of it. But I'm pretty sure my cousin made me sit down and watch it at one point. Help, I'm stepping into the twilight zone. Is this a madhouse? Feels like being gone. Where am I to go now that I've gone too far? When the bullet hits the wall. Oh, you mean the 50s to 60s show? Yeah, I haven't seen that. Yeah, that was like the 50s or 60s versions of What If. I do not want an Abra, Sam I am. Oh yeah, I was hearing the other day that um, Hitchcock was a piece of work to have for a director. Unlike today, which is just adaptations of comic books. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I Show Speed is like crazy right now. Like he's got to be like the second most popular YouTuber at this point. Like there's obviously Mr. Beast, and then there's PewDiePie, of course. There's Markiplier, and I Show Speed. Going Civic Sense, Only Madness. What do you mean? Okay, PewDiePie is number 13. I'm super sad to see that Coco Melon's that high on the top, along with Baby Shark. That's crazy. Justin Bieber. I Show Speed's number 65. No, I Show Speed's just built different. Like, he could play basketball, football, do track, like high jump. There's so many activities that's just like he could just do on a whim. You will have to act crazy like that chap to go viral. See, the thing is, like, he can afford to do it. Like, that's what I just don't get. Like, you have to have some income to do these videos of doing these insane things. Like, he's just speed running bucket lists at this point. Like, if there is a person that is going to be able to document themselves doing literally everything that can be done in the world, it is going to be I Show Speed or Mr. Beast. Like, Oh my gosh, guys, the Brass Coin channel is at 93 viewers. That's nuts. Have I ever been to Japan? I have not. But that is one of my bucket list items to do. I do want to travel to Japan. I unfortunately don't think I will get there before I'm old and retired because at this point, if I go, it's going to be so expensive to go that I want to be able to enjoy and take my time there. And I think it would be better to just be able to be retired, not have to work, and just be like, you know what? I'm over here. I'm just going to rent a place to stay for 2 months and call it good. Do everything I possibly could do. But I am a huge weeb. Like, speaking Japanese and traveling to Japan. Two bucket list items. Wow. We made it through the entirety of the Zelda and Chill soundtrack before I noticed it was playing Zelda music. I was locked into something. Where's somewhere you would like to travel to, Colossus? Also, you haven't hit me up in Discord about your Pokemon card idea. At least not that I've seen. we've almost broken 100. Let's get it. See, I almost accidentally soft reset it on myself because I was intentionally trying to press the buttons, but I was pressing them before checking to see if they were shiny. Ooh, yes, I did want that Dratini. Thank you very much. Oh, there we go. 102. We broke 100. I just wish I knew what was causing it. Like, this is awesome to have this many people just like in the stream, but like nobody's chatting. So it just makes me wonder what is going on that is making this happen. Like, for every hour that I stream, that is 100 watch hours on that channel. Like, if the people were chatting, I probably wouldn't be able to handle answering all of them. It would be an interesting challenge. Like, I don't think I even had this. I didn't even have this many people watching the stream at one point when I was giving away Pokemon live, like saying, hey, what Pokemon do you want? I'll trade them to you. Here's the list you can choose from. I think even that only got up to like 96. But hey, this is actually quite a good series to be hitting those numbers on. Like, I've thoroughly enjoyed this playthrough. We've been super blessed with early shinies the entire time I've done this run. We probably already would have been done by now if I didn't take a month off of streaming. Like, we're just now hitting 4,300 encounters for the Dratini, and the highest amount of encounters we've ever had to hit in this run is 4,648. Like, we're 348 away from a record. And It'll be interesting to see how long this Dratini actually takes to get. Currently, we are roughly at 35 hours. Granted, sometimes I've forgotten to stop the timer, and sometimes I've forgotten to start the timer. So I think for the most part, I have the hours accounted for. 110 people here. 116. Marcus, 116. Like, if you're watching and don't like commenting, that's awesome. Well, we're happy to have you still. But I am curious, like, how many people that are watching are actively watching? If you could do us a huge favor and shoot us a chat to say, hey, there is sentience behind this viewer, that would be super cool. Just a wave of people saying, I'm here, would be fantastic. Here, here. We got Marcus in the chat letting us know Marcus is here. Starkiller is kinda here. Because I did just look up, like, hey, what is going on when there is a huge number of viewers but no chatting? And it's just like, most people are lurkers who treat streams like television and prefer watching without interacting. It's like, okay, cool. That's fair. Users on Reddit note a consensus that sudden spikes in passive viewer numbers often come from YouTube testing a stream on the homepage. I do not believe that is the case, because it's not a spike, it's climbing gradually. External website embeds or automated traffic can inflate the player count while providing zero human engagement in the chat box. Could be that. I doubt it. But hey, could happen. We all just need to go over to this other smaller channel named Sludge Bomb Trainer and slap the subscribe button there. I mean, even there's like 17 viewers, so that's pretty freaking sweet. Maybe there's just a uncommonly large number of people who are also playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and listening to the sound of somebody's stream and talk about shiny hunting and Pokemon. 131 people, in fact. That's gotta be what it is. The home feed preview engine. In 2026, YouTube algorithm relies heavily on individual video retention and time. If someone pauses on your stream on their mobile home feed, YouTube will automatically start playing the live video and count them as a gradual viewer, even though they're just silently scrolling or skimming. That could be a contributing factor. Passive impression testing. YouTube is gradually cycling through small groups of potential fans to see how long they stay. These strangers are evaluating you first. They rarely chat until they decide they like your vibe. We got a great vibe here. Stick around, find out. We literally talk about anything and everything under the sun in a positive and jovial light. Yeah, like, I really want to end the Brass Coin stream to see how many of those get pushed over to the Sludge Bomb stream for science. You know what would get us this shiny? I feel like the universe would have to give it to us if like half the people in the chat just said, have some shiny luck. Like, if we had 50 to 80 people just be like, yo, here's the shiny luck, you got this. I feel like the game would just have to comply at that point and give it to us. Yes, if a live stream ends, YouTube will automatically play the next video or stream, provided the viewer has the global YouTube autoplay feature turned on. Like, realistically, that's got to be what's happening. It is the only real explanation. When a live stream goes offline, a brief 5 to 10 second countdown clock appears over the video player. If the viewer doesn't hit cancel, the algorithm pushes them into a new video. YouTube rarely queues up another live stream immediately. Instead, the system prioritizes video on demand, algorithmic recommendations based on the viewer's history, or pre-recorded videos from the same creator. The feed exceptions. If a viewer is watching via the passive home feed preview loop, the player will simply stop or advance to the next post as they scroll. This autoplay function explains why your gradual viewer counts might remain high even right until the second you hit end stream. Passive viewers or background listeners remain logged into your session until YouTube's automated countdown physically shifts them away to a new page. If the sound of my voice is waking you up, please consider smashing that subscribe button as you plug your phone in to charge it before going to sleep for real. Next time I stream, it's just going to be an all-night stream of me sleeping in the beanbag back there. What up, Colossus? There's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. But the annual problem with our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe building a rocket, finding a mummy or locating Frankenstein's brains over here. Something like that. Oh, unfortunately, Colossus, that little song just cost me 10 viewers. It was too loud. So I woke them up and they left. Let's do a Japan travel challenge. What you mean? What does this entail? I like the vibe we're going on. It would quite literally take me, myself, and I like $5,600 just to get over to Japan via plane. Right? Let's see how much that's changed. Okay. 1,169 bucks. Maybe the 5,600 was including the hotel. $19 hours. Oh my gosh. Ooh, 140. New record. Anna Grant has just subscribed. You should too. Solid work, Anna Grant. You know, thanks for subscribing to the channel. If you are watching the live stream, I would recommend heading on over to a channel called Sludge Bomb Trainer and smashing the subscribe button there, because that is the primary channel we stream on, and it appears that you subscribed on the Sludge or on the Brasscoin channel. And we wouldn't want you to miss out on a stream or video done exclusively on the Sludge Bomb Trainer channel. I am Mountain Zone. Mountain Time. That's where I'm at. Yeah, it's like 13 to 19 hours depending on layovers. Get a direct flight? Maybe if I drove down to Salt Lake City, or if I drove over to California, I could see about getting a direct flight. Where the heck is Narita? Boise, Haneda, Alaska, Narita. Ooh, some coyotes. That could solve your raccoon problem. You'll give me lounge access in any airport you like. Okay, so 2 stops. We got San Francisco Air and Vancouver. That makes no sense. Yeah, let's fly to San Francisco from Boise and then fly up to Vancouver, Washington, and then down. Sure, sure. One stop. Haneda. Yeah, Starkiller has a army of raccoons on his front porch most nights. They don't ever go near each other. Is it cheaper to travel to either Beijing or Hawaii nonstop? I would guess Hawaii's cheaper for me. Yeah, it's like 540 bucks. Yeah, Beijing is like 1200 bucks. Expensive. They come every night. They do. Hawaii has connecting flights to Japan? Yes, it does. In the grand scheme of things, they are pretty close-ish together. Like, Hawaii is kind of right in the middle. Not like 100% in the middle, but pretty close. A Sludge Bomb Squad mod. Marcus, you have a fantastic night. Alright, I will be right back after a brief break. What do you mean, no brakes, Star Killer? Ooh, 151. This is nuts. If I don't get any breaks, then you don't get any breaks. Now that I'm 160 now that I'm back, heck yeah, sign me up. I don't know what's going on, but it would be stellar if those converted into subscribers. It would also be pretty rad if we found the shiny tonight. I mean, I know you said you were going to create an account for each one of your raccoons and set up a streaming area on your deck. I didn't think you were actually going to do it. Hey, Flowery. Welcome. You are the first new chatter in a hot minute. Despite the insanely high view count, it's nuts. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it is very strange. Like, don't get me wrong, the view time's going to help out tremendously, but How you been tonight, Flowery? Maybe it's morning instead. It's like 2 in the morning for me. Oh, seems the views are starting to do nothing. They are still climbing. I should probably feed my cats. I don't think they got fed.
Wait, who is playing? Me. I was playing. I wasn't on screen, you're right. But I could see what I was doing from where I was at. But I haven't been gone that entire time. Like I did take a brief break and then I came back for like 10 minutes and then left again. Am I pranking? No. I just went over to my kitchen to get my cats some cat food and some water, and I had the controller in my hand and I could see roughly my screen from where I was. I just knew that Dratini was like the fourth option, and that's about all I could see. No, I do that crap all the time, man. Sometimes I'll even be in the other room and I'll just like pull up the stream on my phone and I'll just control the stream while watching my phone. Yeah, clicking the instructions happens pretty easily when I'm using the controller one-handed because it just, the L and R buttons pull up that screen and sometimes you just hit them. No, actually I usually don't sweat with the hat on. I mean, it helps that I have the AC set to like 68 degrees in my apartment right now, so it's pretty chilly and delightful. Like, I definitely do better when I can breathe cold air, but I don't myself like being cold. Yeah, this is Monster Energy. Mean Bean. Oh, apparently I'm over here buying Abras. What are my usual utility charges each month? You know, that's a good question because I just barely moved. Um, in the summertime, I've had electricity be as high as $260 because we were cooling down a 3-bedroom apartment to 68 degrees, and it was a freaking hot summer. Um, but I think my last one would have been about 160 for the month. Um, and that's just electricity. We have, I believe we have gas heating, and we for sure have gas heating for our water, and that was like 16 bucks. So my utilities should be about 160 to $200 each month. And then my Wi-Fi is included in my rent, but I have a $40 add-on for higher speeds so we can stream. So that would bump us up to like 220-ish on a given month. And then when we get into here 2 months from now, our electricity bill is going to like cut itself in half. So I'm super jazzed about that. And the heating bill will only double. So I'll be spending about $120 in utilities. It'll be great. Similar to Indian electricity charges. That makes sense. Surprised here. Yeah, I think the biggest difference is that you probably don't use anywhere near as much electricity as we typically would. Like, I think I'm easily hitting like 300 kilowatt hours. Actually, let me find out. Yeah. So I don't know what they measure your utilities in where you're at there. But I just paid for like 2 months at a time because I moved and it was $332. So if I divide that by 2, it was about 166 and some change. Yeah, I think I used like 960 kilowatt hours is what they measure ours in. And I get free water, like it's included in my rent, so I can use as much of that as we want and not get dinged for it. Wi-Fi for 450 megabits is around 100 USD for 6 months. So your Wi-Fi is insanely cheap. That's awesome. Yeah, 40 USD per month for me. But there's like another 40 that's built into my rent automatically, so I'm probably paying around 60 to $80 for Wi-Fi total each month. feel like I've been streaming way longer than I actually have, just because of how late it actually is, and I don't normally stay up this late. I did notice that we had a subscriber sneak in through the door while I was away. Thank you for that. Right now the conversion rate is higher. The USD was 78 Indian rupees, and now it's 98 Indian rupees. Oh, dang. So, interesting. That's saying that typically Indian currency is higher in value than USD, right? Because like a rupee would be the equivalent of a penny if it hit 100. Interesting. Wait, USD is way higher? If I'm understanding what is being said correctly, yeah, Indian currency is currently more than US dollar. Kind of like how the US dollar is worth less than the British pound. Oh, if we are interpreting it that way and rupees are not pennies, then yeah, that would make sense. $1 cent equals 1 rupee. Yeah. Yeah, it would be that's what I'm trying to say is it would be extremely inexpensive for us to go over there. 'Cause like how how many rupees would a typical lunch cost you? I think this would be a better way of speaking. for a single person, non-vegetarian or vegan, just a generic lunch, like, I don't know, a hamburger or something of the like. Well, maybe not a hamburger in India, but you know what I mean. And yeah, just for a single person. Because I'm guessing it's going to be around like 300 to 500 rupees or so. A single hamburger beef in a hotel or restaurant would be about $9, but how many rupees would that be? We talking like 900-ish rupees at that point? Okay, yeah, I'm following you. Cool. So all that being said, the rupee is basically the equivalent of a penny, and therefore your currency is a higher value than the US dollar right now. Because it currently only takes 93 of your pennies to equal 100 of ours. Yo, that's crazy.
I mean, right now, I think I'm taking home like 3,200 a month or so. And that's after the government gets their share. Property prices are higher. Yeah, I bet you guys have like a lot more apartment type situations. What is like a one bedroom apartment run ya? 1.5 billion. That's a lot of people. For a studio apartment in Bombay, it'll be around. Wait, you buy your apartments outright? I guess that makes sense. The apartment I'm in right now, I have to pay $1,370 a month, and I will never own it. It's just $1,370. That's what you pay every single month you live there. But there are like apartments in New York that people do buy, condos, and so they eventually stop having to pay. The National Capital Region, 10K. Oh, that wouldn't be bad. Hey, Starkiller, have you heard anything about the US Fed outlawing property taxes in states? Oh, Marcus, we got up to 180 viewers at one point.
Hawaii has the lowest property tax in the US. Doesn't surprise me. Maybe it's just my state. Idaho's currently working on getting rid of property tax, which would be delightful. Ooh, 185, new record. India is a combination of different countries into one. It's a huge area. I just really want this stream to hit 200 viewers. Like we're 15 shy. Some with green eyes? Dang. That would be interesting. Missouri is also working on it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a crucial platform for parties to make a stance on. Like, at the end of the day, I would rather pay a higher sales tax so that you can truly own your land. I think that is a much better trade-off. Because right now, if you can't afford to pay your taxes, they take your house. So it's like, okay, yeah, I have my house. I can grow food if I need to. And like, I don't have to purchase things. But when I do, I get hit harder with it. I think that's a much better alternative than, okay, I couldn't pay my taxes because I can't afford it. Now I'm out a house and a place to live. Oh, for sure, Colossus. 100% capitalism. And for the most part, it works great. There are some things that are not so great about it. That is a big title. A sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. That is a mouthful.
I don't know Star Killer, but I don't think it was legal when they did it. Because, like, according to the founding documents, a property tax is one thing that was never, ever, ever supposed to be a thing. Like, that was the one. Like, if you have to pay taxes on land, you do not own it. And when our country was founded, you had to own land to vote. Oh yeah, India is actually quite huge, like on a scale of a map and stuff. Like, they hit all of the regions. Far enough north, far enough south for tropics. A lot of jungle, a lot of desert. I did not eat a Haribo. Got the Reese's Pieces. Oh dang. Sludge Bomb Trainer's up to 34 viewers right now. That's what's up. The indirect taxes are high. Whenever you ordered Lego parts from Bricklink, Pokemon cards from eBay, you always had to pay 72% custom. Yeah, and what was the way that you were saying you could get around doing that? Because I remember you asking me to help with that. Yeah, I could catch us at the Safari Zone, but I mean, it's a pretty horrendous catch rate. And if I'm going through all this work to find a shiny, I want a guaranteed catch. Send cards in an envelope with tracking. What do they do with it at customs instead? But without declaration. And what does the declaration do? Customs nowadays is pre-manifested. Yeah, like if you use an eBay shipping label, it's going to ship is what it is. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how one would even send. Like, it would have to be a single card at a time, because if it gets too thick, then the US is like, hey, this is media, not a letter. And then we have to do a special thing for it. I think the easiest thing to do, though, would be to still send it as media, but not to include a sales price on it or to misrepresent the sales price, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I would probably just say, hey, I technically didn't sell this item, so it has a 1 cent value, and then your customs tax is just 72% of 1 cent, right? 35 viewers and 1.5 chatters. It is 3 a.m. 2:32 p.m. Dang. Star Killer's over there like 4 a.m. Yeah, that would make sense. Going to Puerto Rico, yeah. Está bien, amigo. Está. We can sing Despacito. I don't remember that. You want to start a new save file or a new game? A new game. I want to find a shiny Pokemon. That would make my night. I do remember MySpace, MTV. I do remember Pimp My Ride. Some good times. Good dope. Heck yeah, they are. They took trash cards and didn't fix anything wrong with them. Only made them look cool. I mean, I guess it's Pimp My Ride, not Fix My Ride. Yeah, Batman Beyond. JetX. Oh man, Toonami. Hated Kids Next Door, but Toonami was alright. And Go Speed Racer. Yeah, Codename Kids Next Door was just, they were always too whiny. I don't think we did. We had Shaolin Showdown and the Jackie Chan Adventures. Animax, that's what's up. Inuyasha. Ryonu Kenshin. I've never really been able to say that name. Rurouni Kenshin. Mobile Suit Gundam. Can't forget Evangelion in that mix. Yu Yu Hakusho. Bleach. I've never seen Ninja Robots. Oh, freaking Captain Planet. That's a throwback. Magic School Bus. Oh, Johnny Quest. Gosh dang, Colossus, how old are you? You're throwing some 1980s stuff going on there. 1990 or 1970s. Like, I think my dad grew up watching G.I. Joe and Johnny Quest. So Johnny Quest was shown in the early 90s and 2000s. Because Johnny Quest was produced in 1964. That's the year my dad was born. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess to put it into better perspective, how my mind is working, Colossus, is like, while I understand that India didn't have certain things prior to 1991, and in that era makes sense to have started getting things with, the internet opening up and things like that. I wouldn't expect a backlog to rush forward more than I would expect. Um, okay, it is now 1991. Here's the cartoon that was actually popular in 1991. We're getting it over here in India around the same time in America is getting it, but that's not the case. It's you guys were 30 years behind and had to do a catch up in a very rapid amount of time. I do remember Top Cat. Johnny Bravo. Yeah, I would expect you in 1990 to be getting Johnny Bravo and Ed, Ed and Eddie. Like, that makes sense to me because those shows came out in those years, as opposed to, oh, we have the internet now. Oh, what came out in like 1960? Let's get that stuff over here. That's where my mind's struggling. In Dexter's laboratory. It's Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, it's amazing just how much the ability to stream has changed. And like, it's crazy because, growing up in the 90s, your parents had to pay for direct TV or certain channels to be able to watch the shows on those channels. And then streaming came out and it's like, hey, you don't have to get these packages from your service provider. one subscription, you stream whatever you want, whenever you want. And now we've devolved into, okay, now you can stream whatever, whenever you want, as long as you pay the company who produced that show for their specific streaming service. Like The Office is only on Paramount Plus. Um, Game of Thrones is only on HBO Max, those types of things. And so you still have to have a $19 subscription to HBO Max. You have to have a subscription to Paramount Plus. Um, they just did the same things, but now it's streaming. I have Disney Plus, Hulu, and High Dive. And I only have Disney Plus and Hulu because my phone bill pays for it. Occasionally, I have Crunchyroll. Oh, nice. Do 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 do. Yeah, I just don't think the anime was great after Gen 3. I would agree with that. After the GS episode. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm going to need to have a nap soon. I had a PSP at one point in time. I remember the UMDs. Ultra Media Discs. up for a moment. Stretch.
I had the teal Game Boy Color.
I kind of initially skipped the Game Boy Advance and went to the Advanced SP. I have a PS4 in my house, and I have owned my own PS4 and PS3. I've owned a PS2 and a PS1. I only own a 4 right now. Four was not good for you? Not surprised. I actually didn't play any Grand Theft Auto, but I do remember San Andreas being played by my brother on the PlayStation 2. I feel like my cat was making some sounds at some point. I can't say that that sounds familiar, Colossus, but I have had a cat named Felix before. I feel like I've done like 500 encounters today. Alright, I'm going to do 4 more resets and then I am signing off for the day. Or at the very least, I will be putting my stream into idle mode. be conducting a science experiment to see what happens when I turn off the brass coin stream. Do they all go somewhere else, or do they go to Sludge Bomb Trainer? Let's find out. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have sent it to my other stream instead of relying upon luck. That would have been the intelligent thing to do. What happens if I do that? Hmm. Would not have been brought up with Legos or Game Boys. A little bit of a culture difference there. Limited as well. Alright, Colossus. This is gonna do it for me. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.